This is Nightline and I'm Zahir. Kelvin Abdullah. News making the headlines. Malaysia continues to attract significant investments despite facing global economic challenges. And Malaysia's 2024 property transactions hit highest levels in decade. The Prime Minister said on Wednesday that despite facing ongoing global economic challenges, Malaysia continues to attract significant investments. According to Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim, foreign investor confidence in Malaysia remains robust, resulting in record-breaking approved investments in 2024 amounting to 378.5 billion ringgit. The figure marks a 14.9% year-on-year increase, with over 6,700 projects across key sectors. At a media conference at the end of his working visit to Vietnam on Wednesday, Anwar said Malaysia is a trading nation and without incoming investment, some issues may remain unresolved.
Alhamdulillah, kita catat satu kadar pertumbuhan yang paling tinggi dalam sejarah. Dan bagi Malaysia sangat kritikal. Sebab apa? Malaysia ini negara dagang. Tanpa pelaburan, kita tak boleh selesaikan masalah pekerjaan, peluang pekerjaan dan meningkatkan upaya ekonomi.
The Prime Minister said this when commenting on Malaysia's record-breaking approved investment in 2024. The Investment, Trade and Industry Ministry said the total investment is expected to create more than 207,000 new jobs, strengthening Malaysia's position as a major investment destination. Strategic investments are coming from 5 major countries, namely the United States, leading with 32.8 billion ringgit, followed by Germany, 32.2 billion ringgit, China, 28.2 billion ringgit, Singapore, 27.3 billion ringgit, and Hong Kong, 7.4 billion ringgit. On another note, the Prime Minister expressed hope that the cooperation between national oil company Petronas and the Vietnam Oil and Gas Group Petro Vietnam in the maritime border areas of both countries will be formalized in May this year.
Satu contoh, umpamanya Petronas Petrochemical, Petro Vietnam, itu pelaburan puluh bilion yang akan memberikan pulangan yang baik kepada kita. Tetapi kehadiran kita itu percepatkan. Sebab itu saya minta juga Presiden Petronas, Tan Sri Tengku Taufik, hadir bersama dengan pengurusi Petro Vietnam dan kita selesaikan. Maknanya perjanjian akan diharap dimeterai bulan Mei. Maknanya kalau tidak hadir, dia tertangguh.
The deal between Petronas and Petro Vietnam will accelerate cooperation in the energy sector in Vietnam, covering upstream and downstream activities, gas and renewable energy. The two countries' oil companies are actively driving cooperation in power generation as well as the grid connection from Vietnam to Malaysia with a focus on the renewable energy sector. The Prime Minister stressed that this initiative aligned with the ASEAN Power Grid aspiration, which aims to strengthen energy security in the ASEAN region through energy infrastructure integration. Earlier in his keynote address at the ASEAN Future Forum 2025, Anwar said ASEAN must build a robust and resilient supply chain ecosystem within the region to withstand looming geostrategic challenges such as the recent tariffs imposed by the United States and the counter-tariffs by those on the receiving end. The Prime Minister stressed that the 10-member bloc must commit to ensuring that no nation in ASEAN is left behind in the pursuit of economic growth.
ASEAN should immediately engage with the United States and calling for an ASEAN-United States summit. So we take a very pragmatic view to engage and trade and treat countries, major, big countries, the superpowers and the smaller countries as our partners in this endeavor.
Calling it an era of rivalry and division, he said ASEAN must adopt a new model of trade integration that aligns with global trends towards environmental sustainability. Any gains from investment and trade, according to Anwar, must be distributed equitably among member states. Meanwhile, supply chain analyst Marco Tiemann asserts that ASEAN must embrace a trade model focused on self-sufficiency, manufacturing growth and logistics expansion to remain competitive amid global supply chain shifts.
I think the Prime Minister Anwar is spot on when he talks about ASEAN must build resilient supply chains to tackle the geographical challenges today. When we talk about resilience, I think we talk about self-sufficiency. So self-sufficiency for ASEAN means to be good in manufacturing, so further expansion of manufacturing, including also ingredients, and also further extend on logistics. So we need to develop production and logistics ecosystems.
Tiemann also emphasized the need to leverage China's Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, to enhance regional connectivity and solidify Malaysia's role as a logistics hub. He also urged ASEAN, particularly Malaysia, to prioritize halal manufacturing, trade and logistics by developing specialized halal ecosystems, reinforcing the country's position as a global halal logistics hub and ensuring long-term economic stability for the region. Malaysia's property transaction volume and value in 2024 have reached their highest levels in a decade. Second Finance Minister Dato Sri Amir Hamzah Azizan said this was driven by strong economic growth at a rate of 5.1%. According to the 2024 Property Market Report by the Valuation and Property Service Department, the property transaction volume rose 5.4% year-on-year to 420,525 transactions last year. The total transaction value surged 18.0% to 232.30 billion ringgit compared to 2023. In 2014, the property market recorded 384,060 transactions worth 162.97 billion ringgit. Amir Hamzah added the property market's growth in 2024 was underpinned by the implementation of various government efforts and initiatives to boost Malaysia's economy and stimulate property market development nationwide under the Madani Economy Framework. At Wednesday's launch of the report, Amir Hamzah said among the initiatives supporting such growth are the relaxation of application requirements for the Malaysia My Second Home program, the implementation of major industrial projects in the northern region, the launch of the new Industrial Master Plan 2030 and the establishment of a special financial zone in Forest City.
Dengan sektor service apartment dah overhang dah mula berkurangan kan, commercial sector pun overhang dah berkurangan. Itu tanda-tanda yang baik kerana penjualan pun lebih banyak tahun ni pada tahun yang sebelumnya, tahun lalu pada tahun yang sebelumnya. Jadi seperti yang Kajian Madani selalu berkatakan, framework kita bawah kerangka Madani telah menunjuk tanda-tanda yang dia berkesan.
The strong performance of the property market reflected renewed confidence in the government's economic strategies under the Madani Economy Framework. Construction activity in the residential sector also grew across all phases, indicating sustained demand. In the meantime, the Real Estate and Housing Developers Association, REDA, has expressed optimism over Malaysia's property market performance following the latest data. This is backed by the nation's strong economic growth, increase in loan approvals by financial institutions, and support from the government through various home ownership incentives for the rakyat. REDA acknowledged the positive momentum in 2024, with member developers reporting continued market confidence. The association urged both federal and state governments to sustain this growth by introducing further incentives for home buyers and industry players, expediting approval processes and avoiding unexpected tax measures. It said as key stakeholders in nation building, REDA and its members remain committed to delivering quality and affordable homes in a sustainable and timely manner. Reda noted that it hopes the upward trend will persist into 2025 and beyond, reinforcing Malaysia's property sector as a pillar of economic resilience. A committee will be established to review the distribution of allocations to opposition members of parliament. Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Seri Fadillah Yusof on Wednesday stated that the issue must be resolved through a comprehensive and consensus-based approach. Fadillah, who also chairs the Government Consultative Committee, emphasised that he is open to any proposals to continue discussions on the issue of allocations for opposition MPs.
Nanti kita bincang. Siapa-siapa yang nak bincang, kita bincang dan kita tubuhkan jawatankuasa untuk memvaluasi segala cadangan.
He said, to date, there have been no negotiations between him and any opposition MPs, particularly from Perikatan Nasional PN, as they had previously rejected a draft memorandum of understanding from the government regarding the matter. Elaborating further, Fadillah clarified that only MUA MP Syed Saddiq Syed Abdul Rahman had met him to discuss the issue. Last Saturday, Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim reiterated that there had never been any condition requiring opposition MPs to support him in order to receive allocations from the government. In Kelantan, the search for Hud Aryan Muhammad Noor Hafifi, who had been missing since Monday night, came to a tragic end when his body was discovered on Wednesday. The 19-month-old child's body was found caught in tree branches at the river estuary in Kampung Karila, Tanah Merah at 4:20 p.m. The search and rescue team located the body about 7 kilometers from his family home in Kampung Aira, Kuala Tiga. District Police Chief Superintendent Muhammad Haki Hasbullah confirmed the matter, adding that the boy's body has been sent to Tanah Merah Hospital for post-mortem. It is understood that the receding water levels contributed to the discovery of the victim. In the 7:20 p.m. incident on Monday, it was reported that Hud Aryan was at his grandmother's house, located 90 meters from a tributary, before his mother realized he was missing. Kedah Menteri Besar Datuk Seri Muhammad Sanusi Mat Noor has issued a public apology to Selangor Menteri Besar Datuk Seri Amiruddin Syari over his defamatory remarks on the Klang River cleaning project. With the apology delivered at the Shah Alam High Court on Wednesday, the defamation suit has been amicably settled. The apology was made before Judge Rosie Bainon as part of the terms of settlement for the civil suit related to the defamatory statement. However, the judge did not allow Sanusi's statement of apology to be released to the public. On August 2nd, 2023, Sanusi alleged that the Selangor Pakatan Harapan chairman had abused his power by colluding with business tycoon Tan Sri Vincent Tan, who was reportedly seeking to undertake the 10 billion ringgit project. Following this, Amiruddin's legal team issued a letter of demand to the past leader requiring him to issue an apology within 48 hours and pay 10 million ringgit in damages. The Malaysian Media Council Bill has been passed in the Dewan Rakyat, ushering in a new era for the country's media industry after the idea for this legislation was first introduced in 1973. The bill was passed by a majority voice vote following a debate involving 18 members of parliament. The bill aims to establish a self-regulatory body to protect the interests of the media and media practitioners. It also upholds press freedom, ensuring the public has access to accurate, credible and fair information. The Malaysian Media Council Bill, which consists of 23 clauses, was tabled for the first reading on December 12th last year. While presenting the bill for its second reading on Wednesday, Deputy Communications Minister Teo Ni Ching said the idea of forming a media regulatory body was first proposed by second Prime Minister Allahyarham Tun Abdul Razak Hussein. With the establishment of the Malaysian Media Council, the government is confident that the media industry will be better equipped to conduct checks and balances, enhancing integrity and ethical compliance. Meanwhile, Communications Minister Fahmi Fadzil described the passing of the Malaysian Media Council Bill as a win for press freedom in the country more than 50 years after it was proposed.
Apa yang kita laksanakan pada hari ini boleh dikatakan tertunda 52 tahun. Dan sekarang kita insya-Allah melangkah ke depan, dan langkah seterusnya adalah untuk membawa Undang-Undang Majlis Media Malaysia ke Dewan Negara. Selepas itu kita jangkakan insya-Allah akan diperkenan oleh Kebawahdulian Yang Maha Mulia Seri Paduka Baginda Yang di-Pertuan Agong dan diwartakan.
Kita harap dengan yang bentukan majlis ini akan menjadi suara untuk perubahan yang lebih rancak dari segi undang-undang dan juga perubahan untuk membiayai media.
The Malaysian Media Council is expected to be formally established and begin carrying out its functions by the middle of this year. Media Prima Berhad continues to deliver a strong performance despite challenging market conditions. Malaysia's largest media conglomerate recorded a 2% increase in revenue, reaching 228 million ringgit for the second quarter of the financial year ending December 31st, 2024. This positive performance was driven by improved results in the home shopping and publishing segments. Media Prima also recorded a profit after tax, PAT, of 4.5 million ringgit during the quarter under review. For the first half of the financial year, the group reported a revenue of 423 million ringgit and a profit of 5.9 million ringgit. Group Chairman Dato' Sri Dr. Syed Hussein Al-Junid stated that Media Prima remains committed to maintaining performance across all segments while enhancing operational efficiencies to fully capitalize on the centralization of operations in Bangsa. Group Managing Director Rafiq Razali, meanwhile, highlighted that the consolidation will also strengthen collaboration between Media Prima's business units. Additionally, it will reduce costs, allowing the group to enhance service value. At the same time, Media Prima is investing in new technology to ensure it continues to adapt to the ever-evolving media landscape. Two Singaporean ministers have filed defamation suits against a media company over an article published in December last year. Law and Home Affairs Minister K. Shanmugam and Manpower Minister Tan See Leng's case conference against the media company and the journalist who wrote the article is set to be held in the Supreme Court on March 3rd. The article, titled "Singapore Mansion Deals Are Increasingly Shrouded in Secrecy," published on December 12, 2024, reported how Singapore's ultra-wealthy are discreetly purchasing mansions or good-class bungalows in the country. The article mentioned property transactions involving the ministers. The article has since been issued a direction under Singapore's Prevention from Online Falsehoods and Manipulation Act. Izzah clocks second goal. Sports after this breather.
Langit bahagia Hud dan Syikin mulai mendung, tak kala hakikat pahit tersingkap.
Apa masalah you ni? Share dengan I.
Benarkah kasih sejati takkan goyah?
Bukan untuk siapa? Siapa dia ni? Saya dia lawak.
Atau hanya janji yang mudah dilupa?
Oh, punca saya tak ada anak tau.
Awak cakap ni awak fikir tak?
Bukan sekadar lafaz dua.
I nak kahwin dengan Hud. Kau nak kahwin dengan laki aku?
Mulai 27 Februari, setiap Isnin hingga Jumaat 7 malam, terbaru di Akasia TV3.
Sihat tapi sedap. Bersama Chef Anis Nabila, tak perlu pilih. Boleh dapat dua-dua sekali.
I nak share resepi tu, tapi yang sihat. Kita menggunakan minyak zaitun dan kita masak dalam air fryer.
Cakap je nak resepi apa? Oriental, Western, desserts, Semuanya ada. Resepi hebat, rasa nikmat, badan sihat dengan menu sihat Ramadan setiap Sabtu 12.30 tengah hari. Indahkan memori Ramadan di TV3 dan stream juga melalui Tonton.
Selami suara hati seorang lelaki yang terbungkam Februari ini.
Apa yang saya nak awak tak mampu nak bagi.
Jujur aku dayus.
Mereka sedang menuju ke jalanmu, ya Allah.
3 Jumaat terakhir.
Habis sama 5 tahun ni kau anggap aku apa? Ha? Perempuan simpanan kau?
Bertaut kasih.
Keluar. Malu.
Usin bunga. Selat wayang setiap Jumaat 1 tengah hari di TV3 dan stream sekarang melalui Tonton.
Salam Ramadan. Mari kita indahkan memori Ramadan dengan meluangkan masa bersama keluarga. Kerana setiap saat adalah kenangan berharga yang tidak terlupakan.
Semoga Ramadan yang penuh keberkatan ini menyatukan hati kita sekeluarga. Salam Ramadan daripada kami di TV3.
Aku tahu apa dalam fikiran kau.
Aku cuma nak cari ketenangan.
Jadi selama ni tak tenang lah.
We're back with sports, track cycling, the 2025 Asian Championships. National sensation Nurul Izzati Muhammad Asri capped off a stunning campaign at the tournament by clinching her second gold medal and smashing an Asian record in the newly introduced 1-kilometer time trial on Wednesday. The 22-year-old blazed to victory at the National Velodrome in Nilai, clocking 1 minute, 6.229 seconds to seal the gold. China's Luo Shuyan settled for silver with a time of 1 minute 7.365 seconds, while South Korea's Hwang Hyun-seo set 1 minute 7.690 seconds to claim bronze. The Olympian repeated her medal haul from last year's edition in New Delhi, bagging 2 golds, a silver and a bronze. Her triumph in the Keirin on Tuesday was particularly impressive as she outpaced a field that included Japan's world champion Mina Sato. Next up for the Rising Star is the UCI Nations Cup in Turkey from March 14 to 16, where she will test herself against Europe's best. On to football, the Super League. 3 matches took place on Wednesday night. Kuching City FC trounced Kelantan Darul Naim FC 3-0, while Negeri Sembilan FC clinched a comfortable 2-0 win over Kedah Darul Aman FC. Now at the KLFA Stadium, Kuala Lumpur City FC held on until the final whistle to defeat PDRM FC 2-1. The hosts wasted no time, taking the lead in the 23rd minute through Paulo Josui. KL City upped their tempo after the restart, with Muhammad Hakimi Azim Rosli doubling their lead in the 50th minute. As the game seemed to end with a clean sheet for the hosts, the Cops managed to pull one back in stoppage time through Chidi Osuch Ukwu. With the win, KL City remained at 6th place with 25 points, while PDRM suffered their 3rd consecutive defeat. Still on football, the Saudi Pro League, Cristiano Ronaldo found the net early in the second half as Al Nassr defeated struggling Al Wehda 2-0 away on Tuesday. Al Nassr suffered an early setback into the game when Spanish defender Aymeric Laporte was forced off with an injury. Following a goalless first half, the deadlock was finally broken in the 48th minute when Ronaldo powered in a header from a pinpoint cross by substitute Angelo Gabriel. The visitors dominated possession after the goal, with Sadio Mane confidently converting from the spot in stoppage time to seal the dominant 2-0 victory for Al Nassr. The win takes Al Nassr to 47 points, securing 3rd place in the league standings, while Al Wehda remain at the bottom with just 13 points. Gaza ceasefire deal impasse resolved. The details when Nightline returns.
Keluarga yang dianggap pelindung menjadi neraka yang membakar jiwa.
Ibu dah tak boleh handle Mia lah.
Tak boleh lah Bu, An busy sangat.
Dengan bayang-bayang dosa yang terus mengekori.
Rumah tu sepatutnya lindung aku, tapi itulah tempat neraka jahanam aku.
Keluarga itu mulai 28 Februari, Jumaat hingga Ahad 9 malam. Terbaru di TV3 dan stream juga melalui Tonton.
Tengoklah tu Mi, Abah tu percaya sangat bekas menantu dia tu.
Fakir, aku tahu kau tak puas hati dengan aku pasal hal Hamad tu. Tapi kau tak payah buruk-burukkan aku depan Abah.
Kalau kita nak sesuatu, kita kena usaha kan? Kalau saya tak usaha, saya tak dapat berdiri depan awak sekarang ni.
Sakit. Macam itulah saya rasa bila muak bunuh abah saya.
Teratak Kasih Salina, Isnin hingga Jumaat 10 malam di Samarinda TV3 dan stream sekarang melalui Tonton.
Juara anugerah juara lagu 39 Marsha Bulan lagu Hening Rindu.
Alhamdulillah. Terima kasih untuk anda semua yang menyokong Hening Rindu.
Tahniah Hening Rindu dan semua pemenang anugerah juara lagu ke-39. Anda semua ternyata berjaya membangkitkan nada rasa dalam lagu.
Di bulan yang penuh rahmat ini, marilah kita indahkan memori Ramadan dengan menyebarkan kebaikan kerana setiap detik adalah peluang untuk kita mendekatkan diri kepada Yang Maha Esa. Ramadan Mubarak untuk semua daripada kami di TV3.
Apa pula ni?
Apa pula? Happy anniversary sayang.
Ya Allah, hari ni ke?
Welcome back. US President Donald Trump unveiled plans on Tuesday to sell new gold cards residency permits for a price of $5 million each, while adding that Russian oligarchs may be eligible. He said sales of the new visa, a high-priced version of the traditional green card, would bring in job creators and could be used to reduce the US national deficit.
We're going to be selling a gold card. You have a green card, this is a gold card. We're going to be putting a price on that card of about $5 million, and that's going to give you green card privileges plus.
The Republican president, who has made the deportation of millions of undocumented migrants a priority of his second term, said the new card would be a route to highly prized U.S. citizenship. Trump stated the immigration program, which he said was legal, could start in about 2 weeks. Hamas said on Tuesday that it has agreed on a solution to end the delay of the release of Palestinian prisoners during a visit to Cairo. In a statement, the group said the plan will involve freeing the prisoners simultaneously with the bodies of the killed Israeli hostages due to be released in the first phase of the ceasefire deal. It added that its delegation, led by the group's Gaza chief Khalil al-Hayya, has reiterated its commitment to the ceasefire agreement with all its stages and clauses. An Israeli official confirmed late Tuesday that an understanding had been reached with Hamas to resolve the delay in releasing Palestinian prisoners. The official added that barring any last-minute changes, the remains of 4 Israeli hostages will be returned on Wednesday night without a formal ceremony, and Palestinian prisoners will be released gradually from Israeli prisons. In Thailand, 18 people were killed and 23 others injured when the tour bus overturned and fell into a ditch in Prachin Buri province on Wednesday. According to authorities, the incident occurred at about 3 a.m. local time when the bus, which was descending at the Khao San Pu Thon mountain, lost control and veered off the road. A total of 49 people were on board when the bus crashed, and the injured victims have been taken for treatment to 2 hospitals. At the time of the incident, 3 buses were traveling in convoy as part of an educational tour to Rayong province. It is understood that the bus involved in the accident was a double-decker, air-conditioned vehicle, and was the 3rd bus in the convoy. The cause of the accident is currently under investigation. That concludes Nightline this time around. Before we leave, let's take a look as Formula One drivers took to the track for the first time in Bahrain, fine-tuning and testing their cars before the upcoming season begins in March. With that, I'm Zahir, Kelvin and Abdullah. Thank you for watching and stay safe.